Most people hear that personal injury lawyers take a third of their settlement and immediately think they're getting ripped off. But when you see the real math behind how contingency fees actually work, you'll understand why most injury victims walk away with more money using a lawyer than they ever would on their own. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how contingency fees work, what gets deducted and in what order, and how much you actually take home so there are no surprises. Hi, I'm Scott Poisson, founder of High Stakes Injury Law. After recovering over $500 million for injury victims, one of the most common questions people ask before they hire a lawyer is, how do the fees work and what am I actually going to end up with? So let me break it all down with real numbers so you can see exactly how this works. Let me start with what a contingency fee actually means, because a lot of people hear the term and do not fully understand it. A contingency fee means you pay nothing up front. You do not pay your lawyer by the hour. You do not write a check to get your case started. Your lawyer only gets paid if you win. If your case settles for zero, you owe your lawyer zero. That's the deal. Now, this might sound like a risky setup for the lawyer, and it is. That is exactly why the system exists. Most people who get hurt in a car accident or a slip and fall do not have thousands of dollars sitting around to pay a lawyer by the hour. Personal injury attorneys can charge anywhere from $300 to $750 an hour or more. So if your case takes months to resolve, you could be looking at tens of thousands of dollars in legal bills before you ever see a dime. The contingency fee model removes that barrier completely. You get access to the same level of legal representation as someone with deep pockets, and your lawyer has every reason to fight for the highest possible number because their pay depends on it. Now let me show you how the math actually works, because this is where it gets interesting. Let's say your case settles for $100,000. The standard contingency fee for most personal injury cases is around 33% if the case settles before a lawsuit is filed. If the case goes into litigation or trial, that percentage typically goes up to around 40% because the amount of work involved increases significantly. So on a $100,000 settlement at 33%, the attorney fee would be $33,000. That leaves $67,000, but that is not necessarily what lands in your pocket, and this is the part most people do not know about. Out of the remaining amount, any outstanding medical bills or liens get paid. A lien is when a healthcare provider or insurance company has a legal right to be repaid from your settlement for the treatment you received. So let's say your medical bills totaled $20,000. That gets subtracted from the $67,000, which brings your take home down to $47,000. But here is something important. A good attorney does not just accept those medical bills at face value. Part of the job is negotiating those bills down. If your lawyer can get that $20,000 in bills reduced to $12,000, you just saved yourself $8,000 that goes straight into your pocket. That negotiation alone can make a massive difference in what you actually walk away with. Now, there's another piece of this that most people do not think about, and that is case costs. Case costs are separate from the attorney's fee. These are the expenses it takes to build and fight your case. Things like filing fees, getting copies of medical records, hiring expert witnesses, accident reconstruction, and things like that. These costs vary depending on how complex your case is, but they do get deducted from the settlement as well. A good firm is transparent about this from day one. You should know before you sign anything what costs might be involved and how they will be handled. If a firm is not willing to walk you through this clearly, that should tell you something. So, going back to our example, you started at $100,000. After the attorney fee, negotiated medical bills, and case costs, you might take home somewhere around $45,000 to $50,000, depending on the specifics. And I know what you might be thinking right now. That sounds like a lot of deductions. Why not just skip the lawyer and keep the whole thing? This is the most important part of the entire video, so pay close attention. Insurance companies know exactly what they are doing. When someone without a lawyer files a claim, the insurance company knows that person probably does not understand the full value of their case, probably does not know how to negotiate, and almost certainly is not going to file a lawsuit. So what do? They offer the lowest amount they think that person will accept. Studies consistently show that people who hire personal injury attorneys receive significantly higher settlements than people who try to handle it themselves. And it makes sense when you think about it. The insurance adjuster's entire job is to save the insurance company money. That is what they are trained to do. They are not on your side. So let's say you skip the lawyer and the insurance company offers you $30,000 for that same injury. You might think you save money by not paying attorney's fees, but you actually left $70,000 on the table. Now compare that to hiring a lawyer who gets the case settled at $100,000, negotiates your medical bills down, and you walk away with nearly $50,000 after all deductions. That is $20,000 more in your pocket than if you had tried to go it alone, and you did not have to deal with the stress of fighting the insurance company yourself. The math works in your favor when you have an attorney who knows what your case is truly worth and is willing to prepare for trial if the insurance company will not pay it. Because when the insurance company knows your lawyer is not bluffing, the settlement numbers go up. That's not an opinion. That is how the system works. If you've been injured and you want to know exactly what your case could look like financially, call me at 702-256-4566. The consultation is free and I will walk you through the numbers on your specific situation so you know what to expect before you sign anything. No pressure, no surprises, just the real math. Now, one of the biggest mistakes people make right after a car crash is saying the wrong thing to the insurance company. And once you say it, can't take it back. They will use your own words against you to shrink your settlement or deny your claim entirely. In my next video, I'm going to show you exactly what to say to insurance after a car crash so you do not accidentally destroy your case. Click here to watch it now.